On your mark. Set. Number one in the world. Only the athletes who want it the most. You shall find them here in these highly competitive games. And now, do your best and go for the gold. Honor and glory are yours for the taking.
Hello, my good friends, and welcome back to One Credit Classics for this episode 94. It is time for some 90s pure button bashing goodness. But before we dive headlong into that, it is time to thank some of you, the glorious One Credit Patreon army. Thank you very much to the following phenomenal human beings: Justin Timpot Gamer, Alex Cassidy, Andre Russell, Chris Lewis, Callum Stannard, Striker Caden, Aaron Chatfield, Prince Watercrest, Talonscave, James Capper, Stephen Griffiths, Breath, my man JT, Dr. Light, Brad Wharton, and Mr. Calvin Cusack. Thank you very much to you fantastic people. You can join Patreon for as little as $2 a month. That gets you a bonus video every week, free stuff in the post, exclusive competitions, of which there is going to be one soon. And there is a tier system on the Patreon page. You can give as much as you want to get more kind of stuff. For example, the people I've just read out are obviously in the higher tiers, either 3 or 4. And if you're in tier 4, which I believe is $9 a month, you get to know what Wednesday's game is going to be on Monday, and you get all kinds of cool stuff in the post as well. You also get one of our limited edition One Credit Classics mugs, and yeah, loads of cool stuff like that. We also have an Amazon affiliate scheme. There's a link in the description box. If you shop at Amazon, then use that link when you do, and I'll get a percentage every time you buy something. Won't cost you anything extra, and it just kind of really helps out. I get kind of Amazon vouchers to spend, so I generally buy like boring stuff, like, do you know what I mean, memory cards and controllers and bits and pieces, stuff like that. And obviously there's a link for, I said about Patreon, there's a link for Patreon in the description box as well if you want to sign up and get involved. If you don't want to pay every month, no problems at all. I mean, you don't have to pay it all if you don't want to. As long as you're enjoying this, then that's the whole point of it. But I've had a few people asking about one-off donations, so there's a PayPal link at the bottom. It's paypal.me/OneCreditClassics. Chuck us some cash. All proceeds from Patreon and from PayPal go towards my new PC. I am still going to get an HP Omen. Probably in the summer, and we're moving rapidly towards having enough cash for that, which is fantastic. So thank you very much for all your help. But housekeeping over to the matter in hand. Episode 94 of One Credit Classics is a quantum leap forward from last week. We are going to 1996. Oh, what a year. The year I left school, incidentally, for International Track and Field on the PlayStation. Now, this is a 3D update of Konami's Track and Field series. Hit the PlayStation and arcades, as I said, in 96, and it actually hit the PSN as well in 2008. This featured all 6 events from 1983's Track and Field game, but only 3 swimming, pole vault, and the triple jump from the sequel Hypersports. Now, I remember getting this when I was at college, and both ligeratively, I remember both literally and figuratively, you can see what I was going for there, hammering it with my good friends Mr. Martin Tran and, of course, the king of the bunny hop himself, Mr. Andrew Price. Now, we had all kinds of different methods for rattling the buttons to get speed up, using various props, including t-shirts, a silver ring, which we quickly figured out was silver-plated, a pen, and a random blue tailoring cloth that nearly caught fire, which I remember being pretty special. I don't even know where we got that from. I just remember hammering it between the buttons, and then, like, it went black, and I was like, is that going to catch fire? One ideal. But yeah, oh god, I love this. You've seen in the channel before, I've got a history with these kind of games. We did Track and Field, we did 88 games. I mean, who could forget that? And yeah, and Combat School as well, a similar thing. But this is exactly what you want from this kind of game. You want arcadey playing, button thrashing fun, and that's pretty much what this is. We're going to go 12 events, and we're not, and I repeat, not going to fail a drugs test unless they test for tea, toast, or at the moment, Nestle Cinnamon Crunch. Outrageous. Right, and let's do this, shall we? Let's do this, shall we? Right, Bobby name in. Ideal. And who else? Brexit means Brexit. Come on. What should we do first? I don't know. Let's discuss it. Sorry. So you can see underneath the thing there, it'll tell you what each of the buttons do. What you need to do here is hammer the 2 buttons to get your run speed up and then get your angle sorted. So let's have a go. Hey up. Settle down. Oh! Right, I can have this. Let's have a world record. First event world record. That's another very good one. Oh, come on. Right, here we go. World record. Oh, no, fuck that. Oh, it's a shame. Not bad, though. Consistently good throwing now. Get that. See, already we're miles ahead from the other computers. Yeah, we'll get 100 meters dash of the way. So you can see there, squares run and circles run with X's finish. So that's why it's hard, you see, like, to get the button placement right.
On your mark.
Right, let's do it. Jesus, tense. What's the world record? 9.85. I wonder, was that actually the record then? Sorry if I don't say I like it. Come on. Come on. Classic white British sprinters, of which there have been so many. Oh, not bad. 10-10. Solid. Oh, bit late on that finish. I mean, if that's an Olympic final, there's 4 people and the winner's got 10 seconds. I mean, that's pretty garbage, isn't it? Let's go. I don't know. There's so many events to choose from on this. That's the good thing about it. The logical thing is, though, to get the ones that you could slip up on out the way first, which is that's a cool thing, really, because there's nothing worse than playing an ace game of track and field and getting absolutely rinsed on the what's it. Right, I need the control pad for this one. Get some good speed up. Miles away. Perfect landing on the back of his neck. Jesus Christ Almighty. That's a. I mean, we're done here. It's details, but come on. Beautiful. Right, now what? Right. Come on. Oh! Makes you realise how good you got to be to get 245. But here's the thing, it's about what the others ended up with. Yeah, so I lost a bit there, but I'm still quite a bit ahead. Where now? Yeah, pole vault's 8 as well. Well, not 8, that's a terrible thing to say. But it's tough.
Who will be number 1 in the world? First attempt.
Come on. Just get a you've got to, with all these things, just get a qualifier on the board. Beautiful. Come on. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, for playing ultra safe here. That's the one. Who was the? Oh, I can't think of the pole vaulter now. The Russian guy, Sergei Bobka, was he here? He was a pole vaulter, wasn't he? Surely. Let's go 490. Beautiful. He lands like he's just fallen out of an office chair there. Oh, solid brew that. Yeah, still opened up a bit of a lead. Right, this is the cool thing, really, we've been able to kind of choose events. Because, like, if you've got stuff that you're stronger at, like, there's no... Like, if you play it multiplayer, you all have a go, and then it's whoever's got the top score. So this is a classic track and field. You want to try and get the... you want to throw nice and early, though. See, there you go, score on the board. But get in the angle, because the way the camera changes, it makes it hard to try and time where you need to be. Come on. That's not bad. Yeah, better. Still, though, 79 meters. I'm still like 15 meters short of the record. Come on. That's too early, that is. Jesus. 79.25 my best then. Solid. Oh, God, 85. Jesus Christ. What have I got? About 600-point lead. Right, I need some good events here. Do you know what I mean? This is getting too close for friggin' comfort, this is. I'm nearly always good at these type of events. 650 I need.
Who will be number 1 in the world?
Come on.
First attempt.
How about, like, any athletics references I've got a base, like, do you know what I mean? 30 years ago. There you go. Like the white Carl Lewis. It's all I've got for long jump. Jonathan Powell. I need a long jumper as well. Can't think of anyone else. Come on. Oh, no. It's a shame. It's a fucking good jump, though.
Third attempt.
Come on. Good job I got one on the board, really. So it doesn't really matter if it's not spectacular to start with. That's way too early. Amazing. Flat as a fucking pancake. Right, where are we now? What have we got left? Shot put, freestyle, hammer. Please, hammer, don't throw him. I mean, that's entirely the point, but... Come on.
Number 1 in the world. First attempt.
Right, so what I need to do here, build the power up gradually, and then work on the angle when he's like nearly round. There we, I mean, that should qualify, but yeah, see that, so important that is, because you've only got to frig it up once, and then there's way more pressure on your second one, because if you don't get it, it's all on the last one. It says that. Fuck hell, it's wank in the orbit there. Yeah, that was toss. It says the arrow goes red, you see. Come on. How high are my guy's socks as well? Come on. That's, well, sort of better. A bit lower, but... There you go, right down the middle. Bit of a better angle, that could have been good. Strong finish, though, because it's going to hopefully... Yeah, there you go, fucking hell. 1,300 points ahead. We've got left 4 events.
Who will be number 1 in the world?
Right, let's go.
First attempt.
Gotta get this just right. I mean, that's not great, is it? Do I need to hold the button down longer on the thingies? Come on. Come on. I was pressing the wrong fucking buttons. Right. Jesus Christ. Well, it's a much better jump, but still pretty shit, isn't it, if you're being honest? Come on. Just keep going. Fucking sharp and just lagging it through. Not my best. But no one else even qualified. Right, shot put, hurdles, and swimming left. What do I need here? 1750. Same thing. Just about getting the angle right as it spins round. You see the arrow will change colour. Oh. Not bad. One on the board, though, like you say. Come on. Oh, nice. He power shit there. Angle makes up for a lot there. Power's fucking terrible. Right, come on. Not bad. Where are we? Yeah, still up. Yeah, let's do hurdles. Hurdles and swimming. I do love games like this. They're just so easy to play, aren't they?
On your mark. Set.
Oh, fuck off. Just ran straight through that one. Come on. Oh, as if he did me. I mean, I still qualified, but bloody hell. How much did he do me by there? Oh, come on. Still up, but... I mean, that hurt. Disqualified for jumping the gun twice. Gutted. Right, the 100 meters freestyle. This is hard. It's just a... It's like a... It's a sprint event that lasts a minute, you know what I mean? It's fucking endurance. Come on. Remember to breathe. And 10. Come on. Fucking hell, this is hard work. Come on. Oh, fucking hell, that hit. 5.820. Oh, pipped again.
Congratulations, you are the winner.
And that, my good friends, is one credit as advertised. Konami dead happy with being able to do some 3D modeling on our home console, clearly. Oh god, as if they even let him there. Nice. Always proud to represent the country, obviously. Good score, that. Didn't get any world records, but came close on a couple of them. How 70s does this look now? Amazing. And that, my good friends, is International Track and Field on the PlayStation. A shitload of fun. Not very serious. But I mean, that's the great thing about this. It's so random how this channel happens, isn't it? Like, I'd love to say there's like a plan for it. But I really do just wake up some days and go, do you know what? I fancy playing Minder. And then next thing you know, I'm an hour deep and I'm trying to sell somebody fucking water beds and crates of whiskey. And the other day I was like, oh, I used to love track and field. I've got stuff that I know I'm good at, but then there's just stuff that I really enjoy. And I think like the balance of that is what's it. There's not to say that stuff I've done before I'm not going to do again. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to do a really good clear on Ghouls and Ghosts on the world version. Because I did it on the USA version, and the world version's quite a bit harder, and I've been playing it again to try and get better at it. I can one credit it, like, not fairly easily, but I can one credit it fairly regularly, but I don't know. I think I want that no death again. I kind of need that feeling again in my life, I think. Like, I need that sense of, like, I don't know, that sense of rush when you get to that last level and you know it's all on you. Like, I think I really miss that. But yeah, that's another time for another day. Patreon picks going really well as well. If you're not on Patreon, like I say, it's not that. Like I say, if you wanted, like I say, if you want to chuck like £1.50 a month to the channel, one, it's very gratefully received. Two, you'll get free stuff in the post. But three, you'll get you'll get an extra video every week. I do plan on. Well, I will, as you know. Like if you're not on Patreon, I do put those videos onto the channel eventually. Like I try and leave like a 5 week delay, which is kind of cool really, because it gives me something to put online in between seasons. But yeah, that's that. I really enjoyed this, and yeah, I remember having a PlayStation. Like I say, I got one 96, and this was one of those games that I just remember playing the shit out of. I got one like the end of 96, when I was at college, the Octoberish 96. I remember, like I say, the way it used to be was like there was when I was like leading up to that age, there was like 3 of us. So there was me, my good friend Mr. Martin Tran, and my good friend Mr. Andrew Price, and we used to ride around on mountain bikes everywhere. That was like kind of what you did when you were a kid, and play video games, obviously. And we like there was always games that regularly we'd all played. You know what I mean? That kind of brought us all together. And track and field was just one of those ones. I remember it from that golden era when all I had to worry about was Do you know what I mean? When's it going dark so I can get home by the back of that school and not get mugged? Do you know what I mean? Or have I got enough water in my water bottle to make it up to the top of this massive hill? Or am I going to fall off and chip my tooth? Which I actually did, ironically, but I think it gives me a bit of character. What are you going to do, right? No scars, no stories. But yeah, like it's funny because this era of gaming, it's weird when you're 16, 17 because it's a funny time in your life because you're starting to make decisions that will impact the rest of your life, whether you go to college or whether you get a job or things that you do. And until then, you're kind of like, you're kind of conveyor belted a little bit, I think, towards certain things. Like for most people, I think like you hit like 4, go to primary school till you're 11, go to high school till you're 16, and that's like a big chunk of your life. You look at it, it's like a 12-year period that's all kind of planned out for most people. I mean, some people don't do that, and that's just the way people are, and it's life, isn't it? But I mean, when you hit that 16 and or 18 as it is now, I'm not 100% sure with how it works with schools these days, but for me, like when I hit 16, it was the first sense of I really better start making some decisions here, and I needed games like this to remind me of the fact that do you know what I mean? I still had a lot of time left, and there was a lot of things that I really enjoyed doing, and do you know what I mean? And I could make decisions that weren't super important, as well as decisions that were important. And decisions that weren't super important were like, what household implements am I going to use to try and break a world record on track and field, really. But yeah, that's the top and bottom of it. I'm going to go now and what else? Finish this cup of tea, maybe get another one, get a bowl of cinnamon crunch, settle down. And there's going to be a Patreon picks video on Saturday. And yeah, more of the same, really. I've been speaking to the lovely people at BitBoy. They've got a new machine out. I'm going to try and get one of them to review because the new one has got an SD card slot, plays NES, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy games, and has a safe facility as well. So I'm really interested in getting one of them and seeing what that's like. But yeah, that's all stuff for the future. Okay, so take very good care of yourselves. Drink some tea, eat some toast, and I'll see you on Saturday for Patreon picks. But if I don't see you then, I'll see you next Wednesday for another episode of One Credit Classics. Take care.